Hello friends, today we are going to study about linkage and chromosomal theory of linkage. As we have studied in our earlier lectures, that linkage was an experimental proof for chromosomal theory of inheritance that genes are present over the chromosomes. This linkage was studied by a scientist called Morgan on an organism called Drosophila melanogaster, that is the fruit fly. He chose Drosophila for certain fixed reasons. Since it was an insect, it showed sexual dimorphism, it could differentiate between male and female and cross-fertilize them easily, grow them on an artificial medium in a very short lifespan, producing many offspring at once, which showed variant types of normal and wild types, or we say the mutant types and the wild types. Now, since it had certain mutations being observed, it had also seen that certain phenotypes always came together. We could not see much recombinations in these particular phenotypes, considering that the genes which are coding or are responsible for inheritance of these characters which come together are present on the same chromosome together and do not segregate independently at the time of gamete formation. This we read when we read more than inheritance of more than one gene. We say that these genes can be present on different chromosomes or these genes can be present on same chromosome. When we read inheritance of more than two genes which are present on the same chromosome, we say that the genes present on the same chromosomes are called linked genes. Can be completely linked, can be incompletely linked, for the reason they may have some distance between them or they would be very closely present with each other, present on the same chromosome. Since they are present so close to each other, we say that during gamete formation, these genes or alleles of genes do not separate out from each other and stay together, bringing about the similar phenotype in the younger generation. When they tend to stay together, the linkage produces similar phenotype, parental phenotype in future generation. A key feature of linkage that the subsequent generations produced showing linkage as a pattern of inheritance show parental phenotypes and do not show any recombinations. Since they do not segregate independently, there are no recombinations, no different type of gamete formation as we observe during inheritance of more than one gene in a same individual. For this, there was a statement given forward by Morgan, which he said as chromosomal theory of linkage, that genes present on the same chromosomes are linked, and these genes which are present on the same chromosome are present in a linear fashion over the chromosome. Their distance relatively between each other decides whether there will be recombination or they will stay together, which we experience from complete and incomplete linkage. That if the genes are completely linked, they will not be able to segregate independently, there will be no recombination. But if there is an incompletely linked gene, they have relatively some distance between them, they may show recombination by the process called crossing over. Crossing over is a phenomenon of change of genetic material between the two homologous chromosomes carrying the alleles, bringing about variation. So this distance decides whether the genes will show crossing over which will lead to recombinations, which we also say that the frequency of recombination is decided by the amount of crossing over happening between the two genes, and more the crossing over tells us that the distance between the relative genes is bit more as compared to the other. By this virtue of calculation of recombination frequency, we can derive the distance between the two genes present on the same chromosome and allocate positions on the same chromosome, which is applied to form chromosomal maps. We say that crossing over gives us recombinations as well as parental characters. These recombinations or recombination frequency can be calculated as crossover value by number of recombinations between the two genes upon the total progeny, and this crossover value gives us the relative distance between the two genes. And positioning of genes over the chromosome relative to each other is known as chromosomal mapping. We say that chromosomal theory of linkage, which gave us the idea of crossing over and distance between them, is applied or has an application of positioning of chromosomes called chromosomal mapping, where the distance between the two genes is calculated by the help of the recombination frequency, and the unit of the distance between the two genes was given on the name of the scientist who studied this chromosomal theory of linkage, that is Morgan, and called Centimorgan. We can define chromosomal mapping as the positioning of genes over the chromosome, showing relative distance amongst gene is called chromosomal mapping, where the distance is calculated by the crossover value and measured in a unit called centimorgan. We can show this with the help of a simple illustration. If in a population of 100 individuals, in which we are reading inheritance of two genes, showed 60% parental character and the frequency of recombination was only 40%. The recombinants or the non-parental were only 40% of the entire population. We can consider the crossover value as 40, since the total number of individuals is 100 and the recombination value is 40%. So COV can be calculated as 40. Therefore, the distance between the two genes would be equal to 40 centimorgan. represented as, if this is a chromosome containing genes, genes present on the same chromosomes are linked gene. We have a gene A and we have a gene B. The distance between the two is 40 centimorgan. The relative position of one gene with respect to the other over the chromosome arranged on a linear fashion is called chromosome mapping, which was studied by the student of Morgan called Sturtevant. I hope linkage and crossing over, their relationship with respect to each other, if we have linked genes which are very close to each other, the distance between them is very less, they will not show crossing over and thus will not show recombinations. If we look at the relationship between linkage, crossing over and the distance, we say linkage is inversely proportional to crossing over. More the linkage, less is the crossing over. And crossing over is directly relationship with the distance. More the distance, more the crossing over. So we can derive a relationship between linkage and the distance, that they are inversely related to each other. More linkage, less distance. If linkage is more, the distance between the two genes is less, stating that closely present genes over the chromosomes are linked to each other. And since these chromosomes are present together in one individual, the number of chromosomes help us to decide how many linkage groups we have. We say that genes present on one chromosome, say we have gene A, B, C and D present on one chromosome, chromosome 1, their allelic forms will be present on its homologous chromosome on the same locus. Can be same, can be different. So, studying one chromosome will let us know the distance between the two genes, and all the genes are linked together. One linkage group is equal to one chromosome. The total number of chromosomes you have will give you the total number of linkage groups. This is equivalent to one linkage group since they are present together, and it is only the alternate form on the same locus. We will consider it as one linkage group. It is just the alternate form. And these are the linked genes. The alternate form is also the part of the linked genes, which is equal to one group. So one linkage group, which is including linked genes, is including your one homologous pair. And the total number of homologous pair in the body will give you the total number of linkage groups, and the total number of homologous pair is equal to the genome of that particular species. Like in our body, we have 23 pair of chromosomes. So my number of chromosomes in one genome is equal to 23. the haploid set of chromosomes is equal to the genome is equal to the total number of chromosomes is equal to the total number of linkage groups. So if ever a question is asked, what is the total number of the linkage groups? It is equal to the haploid set of chromosomes, the number of pair of homologous chromosomes in that individual. For humans, it is going to be equal to 23. If I look at the Drosophila on which these studies were done, it has total 4 pair of chromosomes, 8 chromosomes in total, but the homologous pair of chromosome number is 4, n is equal to 4, therefore number of linkage groups will also be equal to 4. Here is where we rest our lecture on linkage, recombination, linkage group and chromosomal theory of linkage. Hope it is clear to you. Thank you so much.